And last question about this part of it was, are people, I know you said there's, and we've had that too in the United States, access to personal protective equipment. Are people using masks everywhere they go, and do people have that, at least, are people conscious about it, and has the at least the local government in Bogota made it a requirement to wear masks?
Yes, they made it since
Mm-hmm.
the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Probably when it all started, it was just, yeah, that was good. Like when it all started, a lot of measures were really good.
Okay.
Probably too strict at the very beginning. So
Mm-hmm.
now, well, like probably a month ago, everybody was just very tired of being locked down.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people started going out. So now there are so many people on the streets, but all of them are wearing masks, definitely. Um, at the beginning, it was not easy. If you go out on the streets, there are some people that are just, they were down here on their neck, you know? Yeah, but most of the people are wearing masks
Yeah.
now because we have like really big numbers.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you don't take care of yourself, you just
Yeah.
know or have heard of somebody, probably your neighbor or probably somebody in the family, and now you say, oh yeah, it's true, it's true.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, I had a coworker, and I also had one of my friends that got COVID and had to stay home, and I think it's bad that that happened, but it's also it's good if it's waking people up to see, oh look, this can happen to me too, because it happened to my friend, and we're the same age, and we go to the same places, and so I think it's only a little bit good because people at least are becoming aware of it. So moving on, with all of the issues that Corona has caused, I think it can be easy to get depressed and upset, and people are home and people are stressed out. And I think it's because it's affecting everyone. It's a tough time for everyone. But on another note, and the point of the interview is to talk about what you've done to maybe techniques that you've used or things that you've done to try to think positively during the situation.
well, one thing that I started doing seriously, because I have all my life like, oh sorry, I have been all my life trying to be in contact with exercising, so I used to run, or I used to sign up in the gym or start working out,
Mm-hmm.
but I never was disciplined about it. I started doing it seriously 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good habit I already had before coronavirus. So when it all started, I felt confident about my health. So that was good,
Mm-hmm.
because when I was growing up, my immune system was never the best in the world. So, so now I feel confident about that. So that's good. So that is one of the things that I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I have kept doing during this time.
Mm-hmm.
And well, to be honest, I started a lot of routines during the pandemic, because it's not because of the pandemic, yeah, but it's because probably 3 years ago I had like the most or the biggest trauma that I have faced so
Mm-hmm.
far, and it was not easy for me to get over that. So I just started making questions. I wasn't aware back at the time that these questions would be solved right now, but it helped me a lot. So as soon as the coronavirus pandemic started, a friend of mine suggested to start a program, and I came into or I learned about Mind Valley. That is an academy.
Mm-hmm.
It's an academy who helps people to transform their lives, and that's so cool, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I started this program. His founder is the one that teaches this program. It's called Vision Lakiani, and it actually changed my perspective, and he shared so much information. He shared so many authors and teachers all over the world that can help you go through a lot of things that you don't even know, or probably you're just not aware can affect you, you see.
Mm-hmm.
So after this program, I learned about gratitude, about about forgiveness and compassion and visualization of goals. So these are four things that I I learned, and it actually changed my perspective, and it really opened my mind. It was amazing, to be honest.
Mhm.
Vision suggests that we do 20 minutes of, like, you devote an hour for yourself every day. So 20 minutes for meditation, 20 minutes for exercising, and 20 minutes for learning something about personal growth. So when you say personal growth, some people say like, oh no, thank you. So it's like they think it's boring, and well, anything, or meditation probably, So I never thought of myself like meditating. It was not something that it was not something that I ever even considered, you see.
Mhm.
But when I came into that, it was good. It made me feel really good. It was a guided meditation, and it was guided. And during the meditation, you get to be grateful about three things in your life, three things about your work, and three things about yourself. And that's amazing because you start noticing good things in your life
Mhm.
in three different areas, even
Mhm.
about yourself. So you get to like yourself a little bit more.
Mhm.
So I think that's pretty cool. Um, well, I also started reading again. So I try to read every day, at least 15 or 20 minutes. And I started journaling as well, because I have, well, I always liked writing, but I just left them back there at school at some point, like
Mhm.
I have always flirted with that,
Mhm.
but now I have been starting using it again, and it has been amazing for me. It has helped me a lot, and these are probably the practices that I do the most.
Okay.
So
And this, the Mind Valley that you were talking about, did you go to in-person classes or is it all online?
it's all online,
Uh-huh.
and that's great because I started the program right after we started the lockdown, so I wasn't expecting this change in my life. I just was very frustrated because I didn't have the same income I used to have, so I have a lot of debts, and I was really stressed about that. One day I just said something like, this is gonna pass, I'm gonna find a solution. It
Mhm.
was that was before the program, so I was just
Mhm.
like, okay, cool down, just don't start crying about that. And yeah, it's like that internal conversation that when
Mhm.
you try to get focused and you try
Mhm.
to do things that are good for you.
Mhm.
And right after that, I just found this program, and it definitely changed my life because it gave me perspective. I
Mhm.
also started learning from different teachers like Marisa Peer. I don't know if you've heard that of her. Well, there is another one that is called Jay Shetty and Jim Quick. And all these people that give you, I mean, they have a very, like they usually work with top performers. So it's very cool that they have a good price in the programs, and
Mhm.
it's online, and you actually get to be with the best teachers in the world about topics that never were even considered in school, like
Mhm.
loving yourself more,
Yeah.
like believing that you actually can make things happen or something like that. It's like
Mhm.
sometimes when you watch a motivational video or when you go to a conference, like it's so cool. You see, you get the feeling, you get the emotion, you get excited, and you feel
Mhm.
like, oh, that would be so cool. And then
Mhm.
people say like, I'm just not like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the next step in that, one, like you said, to realize that there are changes that can be made and things that you can do to feel better, not just about yourself, but about everything. Because I feel like, when you're happy with yourself and you're positive, and you go out in the street and you talk to people, you're just a nicer person. And if you're nice to someone on the street, they're gonna be nice to someone. So it's kind of like a chain of it's like something you learn when you're young too. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. But Unfortunately, I think once we become adults, we get a little bit frustrated with the world, and we don't always really think about those interactions we have with other people. One thing I wanted to ask you, as far as those courses go, is it all it's all online? You're watching videos and doing activities. Is there any interaction you have with other people?
Yeah.
Are you having conversations with these people too, or with other people in the program?
Well, I was very fortunate to have my friend living in the same apartment. So it was it was the best,
Yeah.
because we exercised together. We decided to do this program together. Actually, my brother also enrolled in the program, and we all shared things about that. And that was amazing, you see,
Mm-hmm.
because you have like community in your apartment. So that was pretty cool. But there is a community. They have these tribes on Facebook, you
Mm-hmm.
see, and it's amazing because you get to know people even from your country that are taking the same program, you see. So you get to know like-minded people, and it's so cool. People that also wants to do better,
Mm-hmm.
to have a more positive vibration in their lives, and
Mm-hmm.
like all these kind of things that I think that we all need right now.
Mm-hmm.
More than ever. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a tough time for everyone, and I completely agree. It's something that I think everyone could use, whether it's Mind Valley, whether it's just watching this video and thinking about, what are some changes I want to make, or how do I feel today. I think it's something that a lot of people don't take the time to do, and it's not, it's an hour every day. I'm sure you watch more than 1 hour. Most people watch more than 1 hour of TV a day, so to kind of take that time and use it more on yourself, I think is really important.
Yeah, I think that's like when you think about it, it's 1 hour that you're given to yourself, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And we don't get to do that every day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.